What's up, guys? Alex here with our next video update. Today's video is going to be about how to make money online in 2024. I got some good ideas for you. Let's get to it. So, idea number one, which is my personal specialty. Now, is it really online? Yes and no. The part I do is online. The actual business itself is done in real life. So that is creating a service business and running that service business remotely. This is something I've been doing now for the last few years. I started this junk removal company 10 years ago. I was on the truck every day for like 8 or 9 years, literally every day, 60, 70 hours a week, all my 20s. I don't remember my 20s. It was a blur. So you create a service business, junk removal, moving business, house cleaning, drain sewer cleaning. I have a friend in Milwaukee who does that, and he's doing that remotely now, and he's killing it. He's working remotely from, I think, Asia now, and the business is in Wisconsin, and it's bonkers, right? It's going bonkers. So maybe I'll have James on here to talk with us as well on that business idea. So once you figure out what service business you want to select, what you do is first, you want to get your hands dirty. You're going to be very heavily involved, especially in the beginning phases. Create a beautiful website, get a nice logo, the obvious, right? Get some good SEO people to rank your website, get on Google local search ads, Google AdWords, Google My Business listing. You want to be in something known as the 3-pack. And to get in the 3-pack, you're going to need lots of photos and good reviews. So once your business is up and running, whatever route you choose for a service business, what you'll want to do next is, after every customer, you'll want to text them the link and have them write a review, preferably on the spot while you're there, before you head to the next job. By cranking these out pretty quickly, I believe after, I think it's 90 or 100 reviews, that's where Google really kind of bumps you up in the algorithm to get more search results. So once you have enough reviews and business is rolling, let's hang that up real quick. Once you guys have all this rolling and the business is working, this is where you really want to expand the talent. And you can find good talent on Indeed or with your current employees that you're able to find through them. But I like Indeed. I think you can kind of pinpoint who you want exactly. Now, once you have a system in place, you can be a little bit more flexible how hands-off you want to be. Do you want to take calls and emails for the business and do the logistics part and you're still working remotely? Or do you totally want to be hands-off, which is doable as well? And maybe you can just check in once a month on the financials and see where things are heading. Depends on your lifestyle and how involved you want to be. I personally am kind of a mixture of what I've just mentioned, a little bit of both. Sometimes I like to be more hands-on, sometimes I'm hands-off. Whenever I'm back in my hometown where the business is located, I'll occasionally get on the truck just to check on the workers, boost up morale, just to mix things up. But I'm not doing what I used to do, years ago, where I was 10 hours a day for 9 years straight. Can't do it anymore. Don't want to do it anymore. So, number one is starting a service business and running it remotely. Okay? Now, idea number two. Idea number two is something that is pretty, I don't want to say easy to start. You got to have some general knowledge, but running social media campaigns for small business owners that are not tech savvy. Okay, you'll notice a lot of times there's a lot of plumbers in town, in your area, HVAC guys, and they've been in business forever, but they have like zero social media presence. Zero. That's where you come in, and you can be creative with this. You can actually learn how to do specifically ad marketing for Facebook, Yelp, Google, and all this stuff. You could learn it yourself and apply this yourself to these clients. Or what you could do is find another organization, see what they would charge for that service, and then you just charge an additional fee on top of that and outsource it. Okay? So if you're a little confused, here's what I mean by it. If you don't want to learn it and do the ads yourself for your client, what you do is you find another agency. I don't know about Fiverr, right? Fiverr's hit or miss. But you want to find a legitimate marketing organization And let's say they charge, okay, it'll be 1,000 a month. I'm just throwing a random number, 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month. Let's just say 1,000. What you do then is you come in and you charge 1,800 a month. So you're getting 800 a month for them doing the work. But obviously you got to follow up once in a while as well. Make sure everything's going smooth in the end result. The plumber or the HVAC guy you're working for is happy. Okay. Number three, you could buy and flip domain names. I know a couple of people, not a lot, but I know a couple of people making millions doing this business, okay? They're using all kinds of AI now, specifically ChatGPT and Bard, to generate good, solid quality domain names for domain names that'll come in the future, right? That's possible one as well. I don't think that's one that's going to be a moneymaker right away. That might be one that takes a little time in the beginning. But later on, once you have a nice portfolio of domain names that are valuable keyword domain names, you could definitely clean up there. But that's not something I would recommend as a main way to start making money right away. Okay, next online business idea for 2024 is renting out spaces online, business listings online. Now you're probably wondering, what is that exactly? Here's what I mean. Let me drink some of my famous turpentine water. One moment. Lots of health benefits, guys. It's 100% gum spirits turpentine, not the turpentine at the store. 100% gum spirits turpentine, game changer for my health. So I drink this every day. Cheers. Okay. You're wondering what I meant by renting out online spaces for businesses. Here's what I mean by this, okay? So listen in closely. You create a business name online, let's say Sarah's House Cleaning, right, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You create this listing on Google My Business, right? You get the paperwork, obviously, so it's like an actual name. You get all the legal entities as well. And what you do is you put this listing online. What you then do is you specifically forward ad revenue, like you get actual paid ads to that listing. And what you do then is do a couple of things. You could sell those leads to another local competitor, a house cleaning competitor, or you rent out that spot to the competitor for a monthly fee, like maybe a couple thousand a month, maybe $3,000-4,000 a month you could make. I think this is doable. And they would take all the calls, they would take all the leads. So obviously what you'd have to do is you'd have to use a Google number for this kind of this method, or you'd have to buy a separate phone and then eventually pass that phone off to that person. So another unorthodox way of making money online. Now, next way, ebooks. Are you knowledgeable in a certain subject? If you are, you could do this. Maybe not even knowledgeable in a subject. Maybe you're just a good writer, maybe fiction, right? I'm an author as well. My book is called A Dark Path to Light. You can see it on Amazon. It's a memoir I wrote a few years ago, and it was endorsed by two best-selling authors, James Altucher and Steve Scott. If you like memoirs about overcoming adversity, that would be the book to check out. Quite an interesting story, I believe. It's my life story. So, Steve Scott especially too. Wow, I'd like to have him on an interview as well. But anyways, you can go on Amazon KDP with a Word doc, and obviously you want to edit and clean up the book as well, right? Your Word doc. You can upload this directly to Amazon KDP and start making money selling ebooks, even paperbacks, right? And what you could also do is through the ebook and paper book, you can make even more money by having hyperlinks within the ebook, redirecting traffic to wherever site you want. Maybe it's your email newsletter where you sell services or products, right? Opportunities are endless. So Amazon KDP. Moving forward, any writers listening, there's no need to use a publisher anymore. Amazon KDP is awesome. I did zero marketing for my book, by the way, and it sold quite a few over the years, a lot of downloads over the years. So Amazon KDP is the way to go if you want to make money with ebooks. And Steve Scott is pro, so you should check out his stuff. Okay, starting to wind down here, a couple more ideas. So, what is the next way to make money online? E-commerce. I the thing with this is what I think. I think e-commerce right now, people are saying like, oh, it's so so many people are in the industry now, so many people are selling online. Well, here's the thing. What are you guys noticing happening in the US and in the Western part of the world, Western civilization? All these commercial buildings are shutting down. All these retail stores are shutting down. People are afraid to go out of their house now. Everyone's buying online. It's easier. It's more convenient. You got crazy looting happening now in all these stores. And people are nervous of catching COVID again. It's just, you got a lot of factors here, right? The price of rent's getting out of control for these tenants. So with e-commerce, what I would recommend is this. Instead of spending someone just blowing 10, 20, 30 grand from the get-go without knowing if it's actually going to work, whatever product they're going to sell. By the way, digital products would be the best route to go. That way you don't have to pay crazy fees to ship the items. But whatever you're passionate about is the most important part, because with the passion first then leads to the profits, not the other way around. If you do the other way around, you will get burnt out. I'm guilty of that myself. I'm still recovering from the burnout. More turpentine water. With e-commerce, what I would recommend is this. Obviously, you're going to want to have a Shopify store. And what you want to do specifically is this. In your first month, if you choose to go this route for an online business, an e-commerce store, what you'll want to do is specifically have a realistic, not a hard goal, but not an easy goal, but a middle goal, in-between goal. Maybe your goal is for month one, you want to sell $1,000 worth of stuff. So it's like about 30-ish bucks a day, okay? 33 bucks a day, whatever. What you'll want to do then is get to that goal, right, with spending as little as possible. You want to be lean. Read The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. Excellent book. So have a goal, and you'll see how serious you are with this business idea with this goal. So if you get to $1,000, you reach your goal. Then month two, your goal is, let's go for 1,500. And after that, once you start making these realistic goals, that's when you push in and go all in on the firepower. And here's what I mean by this. Any revenue that comes in, let's say you're selling candles or something from Alibaba, or you're selling customized clothing or something like that. Whatever profit, take-home profit after all your expenses that comes in, you'll want to specifically pump that back into advertising. Any revenue, right? Because what your goal in the beginning is not to make money with an e-commerce store or any business. What your goal is in the beginning, to create a product or service so good people are just going to naturally tell others. That is your number one goal. If you do that, that's where the millions are. Not the millions itself. The millions are if you create a product or service so good, people keep telling everyone else. That's where you want to get to. Once you get to that point and the money starts rolling in, like I said, don't focus on being wealthy in the beginning. You want to spend any profits in the first few months right back into advertising, right back into your products or services. Okay? And then you want to, eventually, is what you're doing is you're feeding the monster. The monster's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So, the reason why I want to talk about this business, specifically about how to make money online, is I want to do this with a little bit of a twist compared to the other guys and girls on here talking about how to make money online. They tell you how to make money online, which is great. That's what you're searching for, and that's why you're here. I'm going to come at it from a different, additional angle, which is this. I believe moving forward, having an online business is not only a way to make a living, but a necessity moving forward, the way things are going. I believe the U.S. is in deep trouble. I'm expecting an economic firestorm here the next few years. It's not looking too good. And also, too, there's a great quote by Robert Kiyosaki, and I love this quote. I'm in the process of doing this myself. If as someone that worked remotely from a tropical country the last few years. And I'm also in the process of getting my Greek citizenship as well to live and work remotely in Europe next year. But he has a quote saying, have a plan and be ready to escape in 24 to 48 hours. Okay? This is pure gold. And it sounds like a simple thing, you know, it sounds like, oh, well, that sounds cool. I'm telling you guys, take it to heart, because if the US has a civil war or something, a war with Russia or China, whatever, right? If there's economic collapse, if there's a power grid outage, if you're not able to live on your own in a rural country, big plot of land with your own defense, your own food, if you don't have that, which most people don't have that, but if you don't have that, are you able to get up, pack up, and leave in 2 to 3 days and be settled in another place? That's where I'm going with this online way of thinking of making money. So a lot of people are talking about how to make money online, which is great. But again, I'm adding the goodies on top of the goodies, right? I'm putting the whipped cream on the dessert. The dessert is how to make the money online. The whipped cream is, okay, why are we doing this? What's the end goal? What's the benefits of having an online business? Yeah, benefits of an online business. You can work from home. You could work from the beach. Yeah. But when things get bad and you have that leverage and option to get up and leave, that's the true value of having an online business. I've been getting and the last thing we're going to talk about, the next business idea, is online coaching and consulting, which I do as well. Even though I'm primarily a service business owner, over the years, I've had quite a few people reach out to me to teach them how to start an online service business and then run it remotely. So that's my specialty. I also have people reaching out to me to do videos not related to business, but other interesting topics as well. I'll get to that in a future video. But that is the next and last thing on the list is coaching and consulting services online on a specialty on what you're good at and what you know best. Personal training. If you're going to do personal training, pick a niche of personal training. Stick out. Find a niche and be really, really loud online with that specific niche. Maybe a particular type of working out. Maybe it's a particular type of clientele you want. You want a niche, right? Maybe you know business as well. You can teach business as well. Maybe you're good at pickup artistry. I'm seeing that being popular as well. I personally am not a fan of pickup artistry. I believe that a lot of those guys are like snake oil salesmen, and I think the best way to talk to a woman is being direct and honest and approaching her and talking to her like how people did for thousands of years. So, but there are a lot of guys out there that need the help as well, because there's a lot of socially awkward people nowadays and they could use a little help. But at the end of the day, if it helps, I guess. So what are you good at? What are you knowledgeable in? That's what it's about. If you can figure out what you're good at and what you're knowledgeable in, you can make money online selling those services to people around the world. So, guys, it's a lot of talking. I'm 19 minutes in. I can talk a lot, can't I? Maybe it's the turpentine water. I don't know. I'm going to have another swig. On this channel, we're going to talk a lot about alternative medicine too. This channel is going to be a little bit of everything. Guys, thank you for coming in here and checking out my stuff. If you have any comments, leave some comments below. I'd like to hear your input if you're doing any of these ideas, or if you have any ideas you'd like to add. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Also, what do you think about what I said as far as the whipped cream part of the dessert? Why I'm really pushing the online business idea. Comment below. Let me know what you think. I'm all ears. Talk to you in the next video. Peace.